Hello, this is Steve. This is going to piggyback on the previous video. When we cut those strips out using the table saw in the previous video, I was able to obtain 15 highly accurate, Vegematic accurate strips. Well, they're pretty handy. Besides being nice and uniform width and dimensional, I can cut these things because it's soft pine real easy. With any minimum effort and a small saw, hand saw, you can cut these guys up really easy. In fact, even with a hacksaw over to the side. So here's the applications that I use, and there's two applications that I recommend for the strips. If you wanted something besides the horseshoe or the nails and the small little aluminum rails that most people are using with horseshoe nails or whatever, this is an alternate. They're wooden strips. You saw how they were made. They can be adjusted lengthwise by cutting them, adding to them, double it, any myriad of uses, making them highly practical. I put them down with these small nails. They call them brads or wire nails, 3/4 inch by 18 gauge. 18 means the diameter. So these have little heads on them. They're ideal. I space them out about every 6-7 inches and thereabouts, just to kind of give me that, and they pull out quite easily. I love using particle board as my pattern. I seldom do anything on my bench anymore. I like putting them on my boards because I can rotate them. It's the lazy Susan. I draw this area closer to me as I'm soldering. I get to work closer in proximity to all my pieces. This is something that I advocate you doing as well. Particle board works really well. If you need to, because of moisture in your area, then get 3/4 inch and take one of these strips and face it off. All you got to do is what I would call bullnose. Take this strip. You can have this little lip on it if you want to, but this board, 3/4 inch, is higher than this particle board. You cannot buy small particle board, by the way, anymore. It is 3/4 inch, so I might as well just say, just put a strip outside of your board, nail it. Actually, I would glue it and nail it, and that way moisture is not going to creep in the side of your board. Makes it really nice when you bump the edges, as particle board does chip. So by putting these strips on there, you're actually even giving a further purpose perhaps in your shop by creating those nice edges, uniform edges. Keeps the edges from, granulating up. I'll be doing that on my workbench. This is not my permanent top, but I'll have that on there. And I polyurethane my bench top. It's also a good idea to polyurethane your workboards. Moisture, condensation, sweat, whatever, it's handy to keep your workboard polyed. So this is not a permanent board. This was a scrap board to do this video on, and since it's handy, it will be used for the rest of this video series on this panel. So the next project or application of the strips would be to perhaps put it on the edge of your board in a larger way. This is a wider strip, so this is 3/4, this is 1 inch, where it raises above your board, and then you have a containment area that you can put your glass in there for accuracy, provided you are able to come up with a square or 90-degree perpendicular right angles, so that you are assured that it is a square, and you want that accuracy so that this is not slanting, where these are straight, but maybe these are off a degree or two. If you have a way of making your boards or arriving at that with a cabinet maker, somebody with a table saw, it's easy to do with the right equipment. So this is the other application, is using the strips for strict containment, or your glass. In this case, they are strips, your pattern. And then in this case, just holding it down. So it's pretty practical application. Thought that might be handy for the folks along the way. As I said, we will be looking at a lot of aspects of the stained glass movement along the way, some ideas, how we feel about stuff, or maybe just a general question. Please feel free to contact me through the email supplied. And I want to thank you all for the comments and compliments. Bye-bye.